Okay. All right. This is part 2 for climate. We'll finish it up this week. My online kids will do a little bit more next week, but everybody else will finish this up. Remember, this is CO2 levels over the last 800,000 years until about 1880 when we started using fossil fuels. It's all the way up here to 410. The high point before that was 300. So, you know, it hasn't doubled, but it's gone up by a third anyhow. This is a huge reason why it's getting hot, guys. It just is. You guys did a little bit of this on the stuff that you turned in for me. This is what the temperature's done since 1880. It was cold there for quite a long time, and it started warming up. At about 1980, which was here, 0.2, it started going up pretty linear. Right about to here. Since about 2005, or I'm sorry, 2015, here, it's gone up this much. It's 0.2. That's a huge increase, guys, in 5 years. Before that, it was about 0.2 every 10 years. This last 5 years, it went up 0.2 in 5 years. I hope that's not an indication of what's to come. If the positive feedbacks that we talked about are starting to kick in, and it's starting to go up this much in 5 years, that's a big change. It might, maybe, we'll see if that long-term trend continues right there, but if it does, this could be a problem. What's global warming, I don't know, mean to you guys? It depends. Some of these areas, the particulate matter, in terms of tropospheric air pollution's gone up. Global warming makes that even worse, as well as O3 levels in the ozone. They call these high ozone days. They ricochet around in your lungs. They don't want you out walking between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. If you're living in a big city area, LA, San Francisco, New York even, Atlanta, even Raleigh, Charlotte, these high air pollution days are not very good for you. The amount of fresh water that's going to be available. Again, they've got enormous droughts going on all through California. They've got water rationing going on. They charge more for water. Farmers have a hard time getting enough water. Farming takes up close to 80% of the fresh water, especially California. They got to irrigate everything. Some of these toxic algae blooms are really starting to bloom now due to global warming. They grow like mad. They've got a treat for that before you can go ahead and draw the water out of there, so you can have city water. If you don't, you can make people sick. So the city of Toronto actually ran out of water, which is on the southwest corner of Lake Erie, because of the huge algae bloom, because it's just gotten hotter. Of course, sea level rise. People pay, whatever, $100,000 for a spot big as this room on the ocean. Well, sea level rise, which is going up only about 2 millimeters a year. Well, in 10 years, you've lost half your land. People hate that. They're spending an enormous amount of money. Plus, of course, when the hurricanes come in, the water comes farther inland. It causes a problem. You guys been watching what's going on TV, the forest fires in California. They're getting worse. It's hotter, drier. The bug kill of the trees have gotten worse. Forest fires are terrible. Extreme heat days, same thing. The days where the overall heat is 100 or above. People having more heat stroke. They can't work outside as much, or they have to stay inside. Extreme rainstorms, we're getting a lot of those. We've had 4 hurricanes that's hit the United States this year. They're getting 20 inches of rain, 30 inches of rain. That 30 inches of rain is waist high. That's just rain. So you get an enormous amount of flooding occurring. Increased prices. We've seen a little of that with increased food prices. Increased insurance is going to go up as well, especially for home insurance. flood insurance, firefight insurance, drought. The insurance values go up. So I mean, these are just all things that we all live with now, and you guys got to live with more in the future. So I want you to be a little bit aware of this. If you're gonna live on the ocean, you're gonna have to be careful with sea level rise or hurricanes. If you're gonna live in a river valley, you better watch the extreme rainstorms. Everybody will have to watch the heat. They're even getting 100-degree days in Russia now. If you're gonna be living out west, you're gonna get a lot of forest fires. So I mean, these are things you'll have to take into consideration as you guys go out there and live, and I want to have you guys have a little bit of an idea of what's coming and where you're gonna go. We'll have to wait and see what the heat continues to do, but it'll continue to go up. If it goes up 0.2 every 5 years, it'll go up fast. So. Okay guys, that'll work.